Late, I know. I'm very late. I am very, very late, boys. I am super late. I am super late. I know I'm late. I know. I know. I know I am late. I was thinking deeply. I was deeply thinking. Nearly there. I will try to be super quick because I'm late. Super quick. Click here, click there, do this, do that. Activate this, activate that. Wow, the music is super loud. Activate this, activate that. Do this, do that. Do this, do that. Click, 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 click. Click, click. Click, click. Click, click. I don't know if it's the same hour for all of you because we changed time. We changed time in Europe. I don't know if you changed as well, but if you did, yeah. If you did. Okay. I'm ready. I'm ready. Volume, and the Patreon banner is not working. Okay, I will fix it another day. Hello, welcome my friends. Good evening. Oh, we have a picture of the day. Very nice. It's in the Death Realm. A place where you can go but never return. Okay, tonight I have to fix a number of issues. We really have a problem. The problem that we have. Let me start the chat as well, otherwise I don't see you. Hello, Macon Real. Long time no see. When you're starting is 1 a.m. You should try on Saturday and Sunday that I start 5 hours before. Saturday and Sunday. That is better for you. It's better for you. Okay, we have a significant issue. The problem is with guild houses and items. No, sorry, with guild houses and containers. The problem we have is that items in guild houses are loaded on the fly, right? And the loading is taking into account the sector and the instance in which the items are to differentiate from the other items that are loaded when the server starts, right? So you have a delayed loading based on the instance number, right? The problem is that for what I have seen, items in containers inside guilds like this do not have an instance or a sector ID in the database. And that's the real problem. And that's the real problem. What we need to think about is I have different use cases, right? So I have one use case that is the loading at startup, right? Loading a startup, I need to filter the items by guild house, right? So this is a must. I cannot go without this, right? I cannot go without this. So this means that I need to store in the database that value properly. There is no other way, right? So yeah, so this means that lock instance and lock sector ID or whatever it is must be saved, right? Must be saved. This is the logical consequence, right? The other use case that I have is that at runtime, right? When I am at runtime, and you are dropping an item container. When you drop an item into a container in a guild house, right? So in that case, I need also to store I need to store it. So I need to load it and I need to store it. There is no way, right? So it must look, basically, every time you drop it, it must look at the container instance and sector, right? And it should store this into the item. There is no way, right? These are the two use cases. The other use case that I have, but I already solved it, is a third one, which is I have a third one actually, and the third one was loading items in containers. But this one is solved. This one is not a problem. I added a SQL order by parent ID and by parent item ID, and that one kind of worked. So I mean, I think it does. So this one I think should be no problem, right? So this one is done. The problem is this one and this one. Okay, we have to solve these two cases. Hello, Hula. We have to solve these two cases. And the consequences of not solving this is that your guild items may be really messed up. So if you have a guild, please don't move your items in containers at the moment, because they may really mess up. They may really mess up. I don't know how much, but it's very likely. It's very, very likely. So Okay, let me change the music and the scene. So how do we solve this? How do we solve this? So basically, whenever the item is moved into a container, right? Whenever the item is moved into a container, because I was thinking to do it inside load, but to do it inside load is impossible. It's not possible to do it here. It's not possible. I have to do it in slot manager. I have to do it in slot manager. The problem is that the point where we do the work is actually this one, right? Is actually this one. Here I'm adding an item to a container, right? And what I need to know if I am inside a guild house, right? And this one still has from client, so I think it's good because we have from client, right? We have from client. So, but is add to container, wait, is add to container. Is PS item the container, eh? I don't understand if item, if item is me or item is no, probably item is me, and the current item and the current scope is the container, eh? Right? Yes, work container get item. Yes, exactly. So this one is the container. Okay, so I'm inside a container. I'm inside a container. So I'm inside a container. We can do all of this. The only... So basically we will have to override this, which is super risky, but it's super risky because this is item save, right? If you can understand the power of item save is the core of the system, right? The core of the system. Like if you screw up item save, everything goes bananas. Everything goes bananas. But in theory, what I will have to do is to change this save and add the container, right? Add the container. So basically we need to add a new parameter here that is the container, and we go in And by the way, save is calling commit. And so we will have to update commit as well. I don't understand if this children is still used, by the way. I don't think it's used anywhere. I think this children... Is it a good time to remove it? Yeah, so I will have to change save, boys. I will have to change save and commit. Oh my god. Oh my god. So I think we can really do it explicit, you know, we can do something like this and really pass a parameter which is called GIL container that as a default is null, you know, and we will just check for null at the beginning, right? So we can say so param, if GIL container is specified, the item to save needs to retain the instance and the sector of the parent container, right? So that's basically the thing. That is basically the thing. Right? And unfortunately we have to change also commit. Now, I don't know if this is a good idea. We will see. We will see if this is a good idea. So basically, in here, right, after everything happens, and we really have to do it pretty much at the end, and we have to do it after this because this is overriding the instance and the sector, right? This is overriding these two things, and Now all this part is the same. The different pieces, sector and instance, right? Because instance is then used later on. I don't know why, but anyway. Instance is then added here, right? So I just want to be sure that we are not overriding this part. So I will just set the instance to be instance ID is an int, no? Right? Yeah, it's an int. Okay, so this in theory should allow us, you know, whenever we have now, obviously, now many places will break, right? Because we have changed the save function. And so I'm assuming that, and we also changed the commit function. So I'm assuming that many places will break. I mean, it's not many, because, but let's see. Hello, Fergus. Hello. By the way, today the Diablo 4 beta is finishing. Actually finished already. It finished already. We are rebuilding. So in theory, this change, if this change works, right? If this change works, we are basically solving this. But I'm not completely sure that is enough. Let's see. Okay, obviously it failed because everywhere we have a save. Oh my god. Well, I mean, it's in many places, but not infinite. So I think it's like reasonable. Let me see. Okay, now it is interesting though, because we want to understand all the places where save is called to be sure that we are not messing up, right? Combine container item. Combine container item. Locate the item in the container and save the container. Container, get item data, add to container, container item save. So this is a save, right, of the container. And considering that container cannot be inside other containers, right, this one will always be empty. So without a container item, right? Now, just after that, because we were here, this is saving container item. Container item, get location in world, new item, set location in world, instance sector, item is fully created. Hello! Hello Marcello, hey, thank you for the follow and welcome. Actually, thank you for the subscription on YouTube. So in this case, you see that we do all this set location, but actually, is it really, is it really working? Because this is setting it in memory, but then when we are saving it, as we know, so in this case, we need a container item. In this case, we need the container item. Because in theory, the transformation, here we are inside work manager, right? But basically here the transformation may happen in a container that is in a guild house, right? Like if there is a working table or a forge inside a guild house. So in that case, we want to be sure that we carry the instance and the sector. Now, yeah, exactly. I have 1 and 2. Never really liked the way 3 was packaged, and I'm not interested in 4 at all. I don't know, 3 was good and 4 is interesting. I don't know. There is also Diablo Immortal, in addition. I really like Diablo, so I play them all. Next. Next is a work item. Locate the item in a container and save the container. What do you mean? Container, get item, add to container. So container, new item. So new item is actually the... But work this is a container, right? Work item is a container, right? Work item is the container. Yeah, exactly. Work item is the container. So in this case, considering container is never inside a container, we don't need to set that. And also the container will be on the ground, and so it will take his real position in the world. Right? Okay. Yeah, this change is a bit of a pain, but I think we can do it. Now here we are saving the item. And yes, here we have the problem of the container, because the container is our work item. And so here we need to pass work item. My god, this change, boys. I really hope this change goes well, because if it doesn't go well, we are screwing up the world database. But I mean, it's not unrecoverable, but I think it would be a bit of a mess to sort it out. Yeah, the music was the Diablo music. That's why I said that. So here we are transforming a slot item, okay. And here we are saving the item. The question is, do we have the work item or not? Here we don't have the work item, eh? Here we don't have the work item. Ah, no, but sorry, but in this case we are, transform slot item. No. In this case we are transforming into the inventory, eh? Yeah, here we are transforming into the inventory. So this one definitely does not need a container. Okay. There is transform target slot item. Transform all item in equipment into a new item. Isn't the same one that we just looked a second ago? No? Is another one? Transform target slot item, transform slot item. Okay. Yeah, it's a different one. But this one again is, you see that is inside the inventory, yeah? Because we do item get location in parent, item get on in client. If you cannot equip it, then drop it. Yeah, so this one will never be in a container, because or is in the inventory of the character or is dropped on the ground, right? So also this one does not need the container. Here we are still in transform. There is transform target item. Transform target item. Locate the new item where the old one was. Chef of creature will cause an asset on save. Target it and set it loaded. This seems to be an item actor, right? So in theory this should be on the ground. Remove actor. Yeah, we are destroying an actor. Are we creating a new one, right? Yeah, we are creating a new one. Yeah, so this thing is... This thing is in the world. So we don't need the guild house container. Handle cleanup event. Get the event item, PS item, cleanup item, get transformation. If clean item set guardian, character 0, set transformation. But this one needs the parent, huh? This is one of the cases I was hoping not to find, but it is. So basically here we are probably inside a container, because this is an auto transform, right? Problem is that I don't have. The problem is that I don't have. I don't have the parent actor or the parent item. I don't have it. I have the location in parent. I can do get item actor, but that would not be correct because we don't know if... In this case we are in trouble. In this case we are in trouble because we don't know if this cleanup is going to work. This one is a problem because we don't have yeah, it is a work event. There is a work event. There is a work event. There is a work event. Transform contained item. Work item. The problem is that if that doesn't work, we generate we potentially generate orphan items, right? Items that will not be loaded, and And that is a real problem. It's not a problem until this one. This one is problematic because I could use work item in theory, right? Because I have work item and I could pass in work item, but I don't think... I mean, considering that it is a trigger, right? Considering that it is a trigger. Ah, this is good. This is good, I think. If we can get it from the event, then I think we are good. But it is a bit risky, eh? But I think it can be good. PS character inventory. Okay, this one is inside character inventory, so we don't have any problem. It's not a container. This is also inside inventory, and so is not a problem. So in theory, we changed all of them. Now... Now, did I really change all of them, including the one that I wanted? So the one that we had in slot manager, right? Where we were doing the change. Yeah, exactly. Word item, get item, add to container. So this one was doing the save, right? This one was doing the save. Save false. Save false is working. No, there is a problem. Okay, so we didn't... You see that it's saying one succeeded, because actually false is the same as null pointer, right? It's the same as 0, but this is not what we want. So all the save false are broken. Okay, anyway. Container is me. So I will pass this in this case, right? But we absolutely need to find save false everywhere, because save false everywhere. Oh my god, it's in a million places. It's in a million places. It's in a million places. Holy Jesus. Okay. I underestimated the problem, I guess. I underestimated the problem. It's in like 50 different places. It's in like 50 different places. Okay, so if it's a container, move its content as well. Right? So this is the container. And so we need to pass in the container. This is adding a storage item inside. Basically, everything that is inside inventory, everything that is inside character inventory is all without container, right? Because it's a pure item in the inventory, and even if it's inside a container in the inventory, we don't care about the logic that we just added, right? So I think everything that is inside character inventory, we are pretty much safe. Yeah, all of this we are safe. All of this we are safe. This change, boys, is massive. It's a massive change. I don't know. I'm kind of scared. I don't know if I should do, you know, like a 3 days of test, and if it breaks, you know, we roll back, because so purifying can only be inside inventory. So these two are not a problem. Now set creation. Huh. 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 Can you write a book if it's not in your inventory? That would be interesting to know. Fuck, that is a problem though, because it means that every time if we can write a book, while it's in a container on the ground, then our code will break. I mean, it's not that it's breaking like it's corrupting data, right? So the worst case, right? The worst case is that the data remains as it is today. So without location and because the only thing that I changed, right, is the instance and sector. That is the only thing that I changed. So the worst thing that may happen is that it stays as today. So but now the question is, if I have a book, and also if I have a score, by the way. Why I don't have the blank book? I see a blank book. Okay, there is a blank book. I have the edit button, right? I don't know why the title is like that, but anyway. Why? You broke it already? What the? Why is not showing? Why? Okay, we start with the issues. Okay, let's see. Char ID owner 147. Content, test new book. Yeah, exactly. Content, test new book. Why is not working? Do we have a problem with the books? We broke something in the books? I broke it now or it was broken already? It seems that we are not receiving the text for some reason. We are not receiving the text. Maybe it's a Unreal Engine 5 regression because... Hello, Video Nomad. Hi. But anyway, the point is, if I can move this book inside this chest, which is on the ground, inside a guild house. Ah, no, I have to have it in my inventory. You cannot edit. You cannot edit. You cannot edit if it's not in your inventory. Okay, that's very, 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 very good. This is very, very, very good. Okay, nice. So this in theory should never happen. Okay, so this should be fine. Already saved. Q normal save. You cannot create an item into a container, so this one should also be. But I think we need to test all the cases, boys, because what I'm seeing is that, well, for example, this one is a scheduled item, right? So this one is for sure on the ground, so it's not a problem. This one is removed from container. So this one we don't care. If sector is different than null, save the position to the database. Ay. Ah, yes. This one is used when we move the item on the ground, right? So it cannot be inside a container. So it's fine. There is a spawn building, so for sure is outside a container. Locked item. Handle action location. What is this? What? Create entrance? I think we never used this. Create entrance, create a sign post 01. Okay, we have some commands that I think we don't even know that we have, but yes, but this save is an item on the ground anyway. This one is an item on the ground, 100%. Okay, this is when you are creating an item in your inventory as a skeleton key. So this one is not a problem. This one is not a problem. This one is when you make a keys also. This is all in your inventory. This is all in your inventory. In your inventory. So all this is okay. Careful. Okay, this one may be a problem. Because this one is a modify item. Ah, yes. A modify item can only be on the ground. And not in a container. You cannot modify an item inside a container. The same for item stackable. Item stackable. Yeah, is a PS item actor, so it's on the. This one is on the ground. This one is on the ground. No worries. No worries. No worries. We are on the ground. We are on the ground. The same. We are on the ground. We are on the ground. We are. Where are we here? Move item to world. Yes, we are on the ground. This one is commented out. I don't know. I'm gonna remove it anyway. We are on the ground now. Update sketch. Again, we said that you can update the sketches and creative items only if they are in your inventory, right? So it is fine. There is storage. Storage is all in inventory, so we don't care. Storage is all in inventory, so we don't care. Okay, modify openable locks. This one must be also, yeah, it's impossible that it's inside a container. I think the majority will be without parameter. Update musical sheet, same. Move from word container. Wait, this one. Move from or move to? Move from word container. Container inventory bulk. See if it can be placed in the player inventory. Character inventory add. Character inventory add. Send container content. Yeah, but this one, sorry, this save, why this save is happening and there is a return here. So if we are adding it to the player inventory, we don't have to resave the item. Because probably we do it inside this add. I hope so. Because here it seems that we are moving from war container to our inventory. The parent item is this one. But to me, it seems that this function is removing it, right? Is removing it from a war container. Is removing it from a war container. So this one should be without the container. Is going to inventory from a war container. So definitely we don't need the container. Yeah, exactly. This one is from inventory. From inventory to what? From inventory to inventory. Okay, so this one we don't really care. This one is from inventory. It's the same, huh? It's the same. It's the same. It's from inventory to inventory. This one is the same without stack count. So yeah, all these ones are identical. All these ones are identical. Okay. Load items not in containers. Yes, here we are in repopulate items. Why there is this item save? Are we crazy? I don't even want to see that. We are reading from database. We should not save anything to database. Handle group loot item. Handle group loot item. This one is going also to the character inventory because this is a loot, right? And yeah. Stack of glyph. Start purifying. Okay, this is start purifying is also inside inventory 100%. So they are both safe. There is a purification finish. How many more there are? Well, we are pretty much at the end. From your chat, it seems to be based on leather working. You place it in a barrel and then remove after it's completed. What? You place in a barrel and then remove it after it's completed. Yeah, if it's inside a transformer, yes. If it's inside a transformer. Let me just see one thing. Is it tomorrow that I need to... wait, No, it's not tomorrow. No, I was just checking if tomorrow I had to wake up early. Very early or not. But no, it's not tomorrow. Okay. So this one is what? This one is when you are looting items. So again, looting items or ground is without container. Handle, transform, persist. There is a rotation on the ground of an item. Easy. Easy. This is a rotation also of an item. Easy. This is a rename. Yeah, also the rename of the item. There is like a rename of a container, but is outside a container. The only thing that we care is if these items are inside a container, okay? Handle repair event. Repair event. You are repairing in your hands, right? You are not repairing inside a container, if I remember right, correct? So you have the repair item in one hand and the repair kit in the other hand, right? You cannot repair inside a container, eh? Because the repair target, I assume... I mean, in theory, we have inside work event the work item, but in this case, I think it will be empty. So I think that I want to be safe without doing anything crazy. We will just leave it as that. Right, handle production. This one is for sure inside a container. Or it may be inside a container because this one is a production of an item in crafting, right? So I think this one we really need to do work event. Work event get work item. Which hopefully is empty if it's not used, but if not, is a container. This can be a container. This can be a container. This is a lock picking. This is a lock picking. Not needed. And it is lock picking again, not needed. Okay, so this was the last one. Oh my god, it was 58 matches, boys. 58 matches. Let's see if there is a save through. They are all commented out, so they are all commented out. Still, you know, I would remove it because I will remove it because it's not. It's just misleading at this point. Now, do you think we have by any chance something like this? Or something like this? Hopefully not, huh? Or something like this? No. Okay, I think we catch them all. I think we catch them all. Okay, let's recompile this. Let's recompile this. Now, the complexity of this change is how do we test that we didn't break anything, right? Unfortunately, I don't have a good answer to that. Unfortunately, I don't have a good answer to that. I don't have a good answer to this. Okay, let's see now the place where we wanted our respawn, right? So we wanted to have inside spawn manager, we had repopulate guildhouse items, right? So repopulate guildhouse items is going, we said, into add container, right? And add container is the one where we have the save this. Exactly. So now the only point is this also in memory? I mean, is it also in memory or not? Because the instance, okay, but the sector. Because the instance, I know. Because you know what is the stupid thing? The stupid thing is that we get, you know, a new sector in a new instance, right? We are not really setting it into the actual PS item. We are just reading it like this, but we are not setting it, which is a bit weird. Right? So I think my point is, should we also, because if we are comparing then items to I cannot set the sector though. But if I get sector, but get sector is using the coordinates, no? Yeah, exactly. But if it's not, okay, let's try like this. I don't know. I understand. Yeah, it's a bit of a mess. Okay. 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 So you see that there are 5 items. There are 5 items inside inside that container, but we only see 2 of them, 3 of them. Why we only see 3 of them? Because, and by the way, 2 are in the same location. Yeah, 2 are in the same location, which obviously is impossible, but it's caused by the fact that they were not visible. So I basically put another item on top of an existing item, right? Okay, now to test it. See you, Fergus. Goodbye. So we see only 3 items, right? But it's fine. Now, if I put another item, for example, my loot. Okay, the loot I cannot because it's too big. Okay, let's take the flute. Where is the flute, by the way? I don't know. Another flute. Okay, now this item. Very good. Very, very good. Okay. So at least now that item has the proper information stored when it's saved. You see there is no more 0 and null. Now it's 98 and 204, right? Now the problem I have is if I remove it, let's take this pan flute, object, right? Which is 12061. 12061 on my dummy database. Right. So there is the parent item. The location is not relevant, but the instance and the sector is relevant because it's inside a guild house. Only because it's inside a guild house. So if I take this flute out and I put it back in my inventory, okay, it's going there for whatever reason, but it's fine. And I refresh this query, you see the instance now is 0, the lock sector is null, the parent item ID is null, and now the owner is me, right? Now, if I bring this into a container not inside a guild house, that's the question. So if I take this flute and I have to go away from this place though, huh? Yeah, I need to go away from this place. Okay, that's fine. We can do it. And I go. And I go back to the plaza. Takes a bit to load because we are loading the wall level when we enter and exit from a guild house, unfortunately. Okay, so now what I need another container. I think we had containers on the ground here, no? No. Uh-oh. 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 Why? Why? We don't have any items loaded here? Holy shit. Why? I think I fucked up something. I think I fucked up something. Is impossible. Why in the plaza there are 0 items now? There must be some items, right? Hmm? 0 items. It's impossible. It's spawning items. He's definitely spawning all the items. Why I don't see them? I don't understand. Spawned 153 items. Ah! Fuck. Wait. He kept the instance. We were in a different instance. I think. I think we were in a different instance. Yes. Yes. Oh my god, I got like... Okay. Okay. So they got a bit scared. But it's because I teleported from the guild house, and the guild house is in another instance. So it's like another layer, right? And I went to the plaza using the same layer, and in that layer there is 98 or whatever. We don't have any items on. So that's why, right? That's why. Okay. So I don't know if these are chests. Yes, these are real chests. So, and there is a rock pick here. So I think what we can do, if I move my flute into this chest, why this thing is so annoying? Why this thing is so big? It seems to be bigger than the... But anyway. If I move my flute here, right, which is a container on the ground, but it's not a container in a guild house, I want to see what happens, right? So the parent item is that, good. The character ID owner is 0, good. Now the instance is 0 and the sector is 15. Okay, so I think it's fine. So we are setting the sector and the instance also to the items in containers, not in guild house, but I don't see a problem with that. Personally, I don't see a problem with that. I was thinking that we could get this, but I think it's fine. I think it's perfectly fine. I think it's perfectly fine. Okay. Okay. So now okay, so now we have yeah, so now basically it works, right? Now basically it works. Now I don't know if everything works as expected. So I don't know if every item you can move from everywhere to everywhere. Like for example, if I can move from ground, you know, to contain. No, from ground to container is not possible because I need to pick it up. But from inventory to container on the ground. Yes, from inventory to container in inventory. Right. Right. Now, container in inventory. Okay, let's do this. Let's try to understand what happens to my... What happens to my flute if I move it in a container inside my inventory, right? So it's the same flute. Okay, the instance is not changed, but the sector is null. Okay, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I think we fixed it. Well, we fixed it. Let's say that we fixed... wait. Let's say that we fixed this, right? Now we fixed this, yes. Now the problem is this one. I mean, I'm doing it already, right? The problem is that we have items potentially in guild houses, right? Items in guild houses that are not flagged with the right instance. They are not flagged with the right instance. So items in guildhouse containers that do not have instance or sector, right? So only some do not have, right? It's exactly like the example that we made here. It's exactly this example. If I run it and I look, you know, 3 items have sector and instance, 2 do not, right? And it's pretty much the same in production, right? In production, we have some containers in guild house, and those will not be loaded. In Unreal will not be loaded, so we need to fix them. So what is a query, let's say, what is a query that is telling us all the items that are currently in guild houses inside containers that are missing instance and sector? That is the query that we need, right? So we need to search inside item instances where I would say lock sector ID is in one of the guild houses. Ah, no, fuck, I cannot. Oh my god. I cannot because it's empty. So I need to search the ones that are actually in containers. How do I know? That is not easy. Sectors. So, okay, let's start with the guild houses. The guild houses are... Guild Simple, Guild Gug. If I order by name, I think I find them all. Because they are called Guild something, right? Yes. Guild Abnedair, Guild Good, Guild Low, Guild Oja, Guild Simple. Right? These are the guilds that we have. The guild houses that we have. So my query should be 1173. So 1173, 8182, 8182, oops, 8182, and 204, right? So now I need to find the containers. How do I know if an item is a container? How do I know if an item is a container? No idea. I mean, I have it in the corresponding... Yeah, it's not here, unfortunately. I have it in the corresponding item stats. So item stats as container max size, right? If container max size is greater than 0, then well, actually, if it's greater than 1, then it is a container. It must be greater than 1. And also needs to have the container flag, I think. Even if this one, for example, you know, is a he has a container max size of 300, but container max lot of 0. It's a bit of a weird case, huh? In theory, container max lot should be greater than 0. Container max slot is greater than 0. Huh. The problem is that I need to then join with item stats, right? And then in item stats, I need to say and stats dot container max lot greater than 0, right? And that is extracting all the containers in guild houses. This is all the containers in guild houses, right? And in my dummy database, there is only 1. But if I run the same in production, there would be 1,000,000. And then I need to find... I don't know if I can do it with a query, because I need to find all the items that are related to this. So basically I will have to do this. I will have to select only the ID, right? And then I will have to select from item instances. I will have to select star from item instances where parent item ID in this thing that we just wrote, right? If this is in this, and this will find all the items. Wait, I missed a from. Column ID is ambiguous. Column ID is ambiguous. Yes, it is. Okay. So these are all the items contained in Guildhouse containers. Right, exactly. And if we want, we could extract the lock item instance and the lock sector ID, which is what we need, right? So we could do, instead of star, we could say ID, and then oh my god, and then lock instance, and then lock sector ID, right? So that we find only these two. And we could yes, and what do we see? We see that but I don't have the container though. No, well, the container is parent item ID, right? Container is parent item ID. Yes, this one. So what we see is that these items are in the same container, and these ones are missing lock instance and lock sector ID. Now, if I run this in production, I think I will get thousands of items, hundreds of thousands of items, right? I don't know, but I mean, we can do it if we really want. There is production. Ha. You see that, for example, here we have a problem like like the instance is there, but the sector is not. So it is even a different scenario. We have the instance, but we don't have the sector. And I don't know if the opposite is possible, but potentially it is. Yeah, there will be thousands of objects. We could say where lock instance equal to 0. So in theory, these ones are the one to fix. These are the ones to fix. 154. 154 is not a lot. Only 154 items? Only 154 items are... It's very strange, huh? Maybe are all the new items? No, because they also seems to be old items. They are not that many. Okay, but just to prove the point, you know, what I want to do, I want to say, okay, I fixed the data, right? I somehow fixed the data. Like in this case, in my dummy database, right? So that, well, to fix the data, in theory, I can just take the item in and out. Ah, no, I cannot, because I don't see him. Okay, but now I fixed the data. Right? So if I reload into... Let me get my flute back, yes. If I reload the server and the client, still using the dummy data, still using the dummy data, I will see all the items now in the container. And if I move them in or out, now the code is properly updated to always keep the sector and the location proper, right? So we absolutely need to deploy this fix in production right now. I mean, we need to deploy it as soon as possible. Because if people start to move stuff, is a mess. And probably they started already to move stuff. Maybe if they saw an empty container, they didn't put stuff into it. I don't know. It is the entrance to our guild house. So... this is our chest, right? Ah, you see? Now we see 5 items. Before we were seeing only 3 items. And my flute was placed there without the right information, and so I was never able to retrieve it. Right? I was never be able to retrieve this thing. But now I am, so we absolutely need to deploy this right now. Right now. We need to deploy this fix right now. I don't think it's breaking anything else. I don't think so. I will trust, you know, my instinct and say that it's not breaking anything else. Now, the only thing I have to be very careful is that I checked in some changes that are incompatible with the client. And so these changes, I don't want them in. These changes, I don't want them in. The only changes that is incompatible, I think, is player control. Yeah, this function. This receive resource interact window. This one breaks the compatibility, so we are not gonna put it. Everything else, in theory, is good to go. Let me just triple check PS item. Okay, but PS item is only server side, it should not be a problem. PS character, I didn't change anything in the header file. And so yeah, I think this is okay. I am playing with fire a bit here, but you know, sometimes we have to So let's say Guildhouse item container, no, Guildhouse containers fix now properly loads containers first and items contained next. Also store the sector and instance for all items moved into Guildhouse containers, right? So that is the change. Maybe I can say fragile commit. I mean, it's not fragile, but is, you know, is risky. Risky commit, triple check results. I have a backup anyway that I took of the database, so I think we can do it. Okay, so let's go to the Linux machine. And now, did I commit anything else that may break? We were at revision 42. Let me just see. Revision 40. Okay, we were already at revision 42. Okay, perfect. There is a revision 43. So we can just SVN update. And we can, okay, let's go into our I don't know why the book is broken, but we will check that as well. So this will be a server only release. Right. Can we screen? We can. It's gonna take a bit, boys, but we absolutely need dispatch. We absolutely need dispatch on the server, hoping that it doesn't break anything else, but we absolutely need it. If any one of you could check, you know, in game after this change, that would be nice. Unfortunately, I don't have the time also to do all the testing. It's taking too much time already to do the development. So I need you to do the testing. Now, meanwhile, this is building. It will take a bit, I think. I think we can check what happened to the book. No? I mean, why the book is broken? Basically, it does not show the text on edit. No, on view. It doesn't show the text on view. Which is super weird. Right? Anyway, this is a very good fix. This is a very good fix. If it works, it's a very good fix, and it was a very big leftover from the migration. I think the book fix is client side, unfortunately. So I think we will have to re-release to fix the book thingy. If I open my book, you see there is no text. Why there is no text? Are we saving in the wrong format or what? Are we saving in the wrong format? Creative literature, content. So I remember I created a page, right, for the book conversion. Exactly. For books, we change the XML format. We don't have all the... Okay. There are two types of books. One, only text. In this case, the format is the same and it works also for editing. Expect this book to be fully working. One with text and images. Yeah, so the case number one in theory should be fully working. Ouch. We got an error, boys. We got an error. I don't know where, but we got an error. Receive, resource, interact window. Yes, you are right. You are right. You are right. 210. You are right. Yeah, this part is the part that we added. It is the part that we added, but cannot be done. Okay, good. Yeah, because it's the new stuff that I did with the digging and fishing and things. The book edit works well for me in game. Hello, Bohemia. Hi. The book edit works well for you in game. Why seems to be broken? Why seems to be broken on my... I mean, did you test it in the last release? Last meaning the last two releases after Unreal Engine 5? Because it seems that I don't see the text anymore. I see the text only when I go in edit. Right? If it's only one line, it doesn't work. What the hell? If it's only one line, it doesn't work. Okay. Holy shit. Really? Yeah, if it's one line, it doesn't work. I don't know why. Okay, it's not a big problem. I mean, I thought it was worst, but yeah, if you have a one line only, it doesn't work. I don't know why. And this title is a bit weird, by the way, that is in this color, is in white color. I don't know why, but this maybe we should fix. But it should be black, right? But yeah, if you have only one line, doesn't work. Okay, fine. I think we don't care about that at the moment. I mean, I care, but not now. It's more annoying that he's white like that. No, it works. Only one line doesn't. I have no idea why. One line works for you? Oh my god. One line works for you. Hey, but one line doesn't work for me. I don't know what is going on. You see? If he's more than this, you see? If he's less than that amount of characters, I don't know why, it disappears. Don't ask me why. Holy shit. Holy shit. Now. So if it's a full line, it seems to work. If it's not a full line, I don't know, maybe there is some formatting going on and I'm excluding the first line for whatever reason. Okay, here we are building. I'm more annoyed by the title being white than this thing. Also, why this is bold? I don't know. Why this text is bold? Why when you're editing is bold? Man, I don't know. I think we can fix that. Think we can fix it. We can probably fix it. I want to fix at least the bold and the should be super easy, and the title being another color. The title being another color is Unreal Engine 5 because this was not happening in Unreal Engine 4. So is this color that goes crazy? You see that he has this weird pink, and this pink defaults to white. I don't know why, but it does. It does default to white. Selected background color. Selected background color. Now the selected background color I think is okay. When you select it, if it goes white, I think is fine. But I don't understand why. So we should have write book, and we should have text left page, right? So text left page is roboto regular. Right book is what? Should be bold or something. Yes, it's roboto bold. I don't want it. I want it regular as well. Size 24. Exactly. Exactly. The title I think can stay bold. Okay, so it was only that. Now, the first line. I don't know why we have this one line issue. I think that we have a calculation. I remember there was a calculation to define the lines and the pages, right? So when we receive the text, display one content. When we receive the text, I don't remember if it's already display a text block. Size of the image, display one content. Text is bold during edit only. Yeah, exactly, but I changed it because I don't like that it's bold while editing. I don't know why it's like that. Display right page, display left page with images. Element index, left page. So I think we arrive from here. Populate pages, right? Populate pages. I think this is doing, somewhere is doing the calculation. There it is. Text wrapped by pages. BP utils. I think the error is there. There is a mistake there for sure. Text wrapped by what? Text wrapped by pages in BP utils. BP utils. BP utils. Text wrap by pages. So this is basically the function that is able to that creates the pages, right? So that it knows how much stuff it fits into one page. And for some reason here we are failing when the text is shorter than one line, right? Until the fine is finished. If we reach the max character per line, if current it is end of the word will carriage return, add the last page. If lines greater than 0. I think that is the mistake, probably. That is probably the mistake. We never reach lines plus plus. And so we never add. Yeah, exactly. I don't understand why I said if lines greater than 0. We should add the last page anyway. I think that is the issue. Because yeah, we never reach. This guy is cooking. Okay, We never reach the end of the line or what? Okay, let's do this. Let's debug it 1 second. So let's go PS Unreal properties. Game. Okay, so this way we debug the client instead of debugging the server, right? We debug the client and we launch the server normal. So I would like to breakpoint here, and I'm pretty sure that we will go through these 4. We will never reach this. We will never reach the max char per line, right? And we will finish the text. And so we are basically finishing here. We reach this point. We do if lines is greater than 0. And we fail. So in reality, it should not be add the last page. If lines greater. Why I'm saying if lines greater than 0? I should say position last page end. Position last page end. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So this should be 0 at the beginning, right? Yeah, this is 0 at the beginning. So when we reach this, I think we should always add the last page. Even if we switch... wait. If we switch... because we end the text before reaching this, so I don't know. But that is definitely the problem. My great book. That is definitely the problem. So you see, disappeared, right? Disappeared. So that is the problem. We start with the text. We read position to cut page plus plus. So this one is keeping. This one for every character is the position where we are cutting the page. Okay. So we get the current character, we check that. We add the new character. Exactly. Now this position to cut page is ever reset. Position to cut page. Check if we reach the max lines per page. Position to cut page J minus blah blah blah. Anyway, here we go through all the characters. We will reach the end. We will arrive here, right? We arrive here. And lines is obviously 0. So we skip and we return nothing. So that's the problem. This is exactly the problem. Now the only question is, how do we fix it without breaking other stuff? How do we fix it without breaking other stuff? So I need to check. So after, yeah, let's see in this situation, right? Which variables do I have? I have my lines that are 0. I have my position last page end that is still 0. It's still 0? Ah, yes, because it's at the beginning. Because it's at the beginning. So what should I check? I should check if this position is if this position is greater, if this position is greater than 0. No, I should check if pages add, which by the way I don't understand. Wait, there is a problem here. Eh? Ah, no, because page add is already here. Yeah, page add is already here. Page add is already, so because I could say if pages, I could say if pages count is 0, yeah, if I say that if pages num is 0, right? If pages num is 0 or lines is greater than 0. Because this is catching the two cases, right? It's catching the case where I have 0 pages and the text is shorter than 1 page. And I catch the problem is that then if I have 2 lines, page num will be 0, and so I will add the page again. Oh my god. No, it's not working. I need another check here. I need to change this line. I just don't know how to change it, but I need to change this line. That's for sure. Is our process continuing? I hope so. So basically I need a way to say why we don't reset the lines when we add the page. Ah, yes, we do. We reset the lines, right, when we add the page. So if lines is 0, yes, but we never reach the end of the line. Yeah, the problem is that we never reach the end of the line. I think we should have a line immediately. Can we assume that there is always one line? I mean, if I start with lines 1, no. Because if I start with lines 1, I generate another problem that I will have one line less in the... Oh my god. Yeah, but every time you see, every time we add a new page, we reset the lines, right? And so actually the lines greater than 0 makes sense in all cases except when page num is 0. Okay, so I think we should say something like if page num, no, I think it was correct, because if page num is 0 means we didn't add anything. if page num is, I mean, except if the text is empty, right? If there is no text, so if the text is 0 characters, then we can just exit, right? So I would say, yeah. I think we can do this. We can do this. If the text is greater, if the text length is greater than 0 and the page num is 0, so basically means that we didn't add even a page, right, in our thing, or wait. I think we should anyway check if there is text, because if there is no text, I don't want to have an empty page, right? So if text length is greater than 0, and now we are sure that we are inside of this, we check that, or the pages num are 0, so we didn't add any page. We didn't add any page, or the lines are greater than 0. Exactly. And in both cases we add a page. Yeah, exactly. I think like this it should work. Why it doesn't like me? Because that. Can you format this thing? Okay. I think like this we will fix the line, the missing line. I think we'll fix the missing line. It would be nice to test it with a longer text. I don't know if I have a book with more stuff, but we can create another book with more stuff, right? How good is to have copy paste in Unreal now? Before, in the old game, was not possible to copy paste. So any text you had to basically move it to a file, load it from a file. Now you can copy paste everywhere. Also in the chat, you can copy paste in the chat, copy paste in the books. Copy paste everywhere. Okay, let's see if in other words, it can happen at the race. Okay. Everything. They tend to learn a little of everything. Why there is so much space here? Strange, huh? Because I think that my algorithm cannot really calculate the real space. But I think it's fine. But seriously, I think it's fine. I think this is okay. Ah! We don't have a scroll bar? What the fuck? We don't have a scroll bar? How do we scroll? We scroll by going up and down, but we don't have a scroll bar and the mouse is not scrolling. I mean, it's not super important, but I think would be nice to be able to scroll, you know, with the mouse and with, like we scroll, because I think now we scroll in the chat, right, with the mouse and things. So, anyway, what time is it? Oh my God, it's so late. I need to go. My flute is here. Yeah. Oh yeah. No idea what is that. No idea what is that, but it's playing. Anyway, guys, I say goodbye. If I remove the flute, what happens? You cannot move an item being used. Wow. Our game, boys, look at this. You cannot move an item being used. He knows that I'm playing. Para-pa-para-pam. Stop. It works, huh? It works! Anyway, goodbye. I cannot click on goodbye, why? Goodbye, and see you tomorrow evening around 9:30 p.m. European time. We had the daylight saving, so everything is shifted 1 hour if you are in the US or whatever. So if you want to help us, you can click follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, join our Discord, and also you can become a Patreon. Why not? You can become a Patreon by going here to patreon.com/planeshift, and you can get some videos and news and stuff that I'm posting from time to time. And yeah, you can help us a bit. Why not? So I think I'm gone for tonight. I will deploy as soon as I can this package, so you will see the server going down. At this point, I don't think I can do it tonight because it starts to be late anyway. I will prepare for bed and see if this finishes. I'm just going to upload it. If not, I will upload it tomorrow. And have a good night. See you. Bye bye. Good night. I have to fix the Patreon banner. The Patreon banner is not working. Why? Patreon banner. Sometimes it's only the login. I think it's only the login. Yeah, it's not. There is some problem at the moment with the banner. Okay, anyway. Bye bye.